Hello, Namaskar, Vanakkam. My name is S Sudhir, and you're watching your own digital classroom study with Sudhir. Now, all of you who are part of class 10 or class 12 this year, be it ICSE, ISC, CBSE, or any of the state boards in the country, all of you would be at that stage of your life where you will be preparing for your pre-board examinations. So this video is about whether you need to take pre-board examinations seriously, what your entire approach to pre-board examinations essentially should be. Now, I know it for a fact that some schools conduct one, most schools conduct at least two pre-board exams. There are some schools, of course, who conduct three, some even four pre-board examinations before the actual board examination starts in the month of February. Okay, now most schools do not give a gap between the papers during the pre-boards. That is, if your physics exam is on Monday, chemistry will be on Tuesday, biology will be on Wednesday, maths will be on Thursday, geography will be on Friday. So it will be continuous. There are some schools which even conduct two examinations on the same day. So that mounts a lot of pressure on the student. So therefore, the point that I want you to understand is that please do not judge yourself entirely by your performance in the pre-board examinations, because in the board examinations, you will get gap between papers, 2 days, sometimes 3 days, sometimes 4 days. So you will have enough time to recoup from the previous day's examination and then get started and even do 2 revisions before you take the examination of that particular subject. Pre-board examination, you do not have that luxury. The pressure is much more. So you do not really need to judge yourself entirely. And this I'm saying even to parents, don't judge your child harshly on the basis of their performance in the pre-board examinations. This is what I call artificial pressure created by the schools. So what should your strategy be as far as these pre-board exams are concerned? I have basically 5 points to make here. First of all, stop getting frightened by this big word called pre-board examinations. Look at them essentially as trial matches, right? Net practice, trial matches, whatever you may call it, right? Because this will help you get match practice. It will help you see how good you are, and it will help you get into the frame of mind of facing an actual board examination. वो 3 Idiots में dialogue है ना आमिर खान का, अरे डेमो देना पड़ता है. This is like a demo for all you students. And please remember that if you study well for these pre-board examinations without employing shortcuts, ये नहीं कि एग्जाम 9 बजे है, आप 7:30 बजे कोई YouTube वीडियो देख रहे हैं उस चीज का. If you do not employ these kind of shortcuts before a pre-board examination, it will help you in your final board examination, because अभी आप shortcut employ करेंगे तो उससे फायदा नहीं होगा. This will be only for the short-term purpose of facing the pre-board examination. Before the board examination, you will have to do the entire thing all over again. तो नुकसान किसका होगा? आपका. Okay. दूसरी बात, this is an opportunity, and this is specifically for the batch of 2024. This is your opportunity to test yourself as far as your understanding of concepts is concerned. If you are going to look at material which are only teaching you the shortcut method, which are only encouraging you to rote learn, sorry to say, you are going down the wrong path. You are essentially not following what should essentially be done. Only understanding will help you get high marks, because from this year the exam pattern will be such. If you have seen some of the specimen papers, especially of subjects like history, civics, your understanding is what will be tested, not rote learning. So please keep that in mind. Okay. Now, third point, there are some students who worry that we have gone into the pre-board examination without adequate preparation. My opinion is it does not matter. What I would advise you to do is that, let's say, आपकी 100% तैयारी नहीं हुई है. You have not prepared the entire course material for that pre-board examination 100%. Okay. Let's say you have prepared only 80% of the syllabus. Remaining 20% you have not found the time to study, or your preparation is not good enough as far as that 20% is concerned. You know that, right? Your aim should be to do that 80% जो material आपने तैयार किया है, that content you should be able to score up to 90% or perhaps even more of that 80% material. That is the 8, let's say if there are 10 chapters, you have studied 8 chapters. उन 8 chapters में से जितने भी questions आए, if you are able to solve 90% of them correctly, trust me, you are a winner. You are doing very well. The remaining 20% you can look at it for your second pre-board examination. You will get those kind of opportunities through December, through January. Okay. So that is how you need to track your progress. That okay, मैंने 80% पढ़ा है, इस 80% में से मैं अपने आप को टेस्ट करता हूं. Please remember to compete with yourself. Don't compete with roll number 15, roll number 26, roll number 48. Please don't do that. Compete with yourself. Set your own targets, and according to that, you should measure yourself. Okay, and this is something which I want parents also to keep in mind. Now, many students have the problem of time management, and this is something extremely significant. If you look for time management in the board examination, you will make a mess of it. So pre-boards are the opportunity for you to test your time management skills. Are you able to finish the paper in 1 hour, 50 minutes, leaving 10 minutes aside for revision, right? Or whatever be the time, are you leaving aside 8 to 10 minutes for revision and finishing off the rest of the paper before that? That is what these pre-boards will help you decide. Okay, I am spending too much time on this kind of a question. No, that's not right. I'm taking 35 minutes. Ideally, I should be finishing it off in 25 minutes. So you will get an idea. Okay, this is where I need to up my preparation so that I can finish off the answer in 25 minutes, right? These are the things that these pre-boards will help you fine tune. Okay, so that is something which you should do. It will also help you decide, okay, let me finish off this section first. ये मैं अच्छी तरह जानता हूं. I'm more confident with this. So let me do this first and then move on to this section. So it will help you fine tune your own individual strategy which you can employ in the board examination. Okay. Now, there are small things also about which nobody will tell you, about which students also largely ignore. Pre-boards may always use the pen which you are planning to use in the final examination. Extremely important. You may think, "Arey kya choti choti baatein hain?" No, your fingers need to get used to that particular pen, the feel of that pen, so that you are comfortable. It should not be like one mota pen where your fingers get tired of holding it for a period of 1.5, 2 hours, 2.5 hours, 3 hours, jitna bhi lamba paper ho. So please use the same pen. Get, that handwriting should be fine. It should be legible. It should be neat. Your answer script should look tidy. So that is something which again you should do in the pre-board examination. Also, finally, remember that most schools tend to mark you very strictly because they don't want their students to feel overconfident. So ऐसा मैंने हमेशा पाया है that your pre-board say your actual board examination marks are 8 to 10% at least higher minimum. Most students are able to up their performance in the board examination. But let this not make you complacent. अरे इसमें मेरे 80 आए, no problem. सर ने कहा है उसमें मेरे 88 या 90 marks तो आ जाएंगे. No, it depends also on how much you work hard and how you work hard in a focused manner. But largely, the tendency is that in the pre-board examinations, schools tend to mark a little strictly. The papers are also a little more hard than the final board examinations. Largely, I'm talking in a very generic sense, not talking subject-wise. So that is again something which you need to do. Keep in mind, please remember that at the end of the day, pre-boards से आपकी board examinations की जो journey अभी आखिरी 3 महीने की 4 महीने की जो शुरू होने वाली है, उसमें आपको सिर्फ 2 चीजों की जरूरत है. हार्ड वर्क, स्मार्ट, फोकस्ड हार्ड वर्क. ओके, मैं सिर्फ मेहनत की बात नहीं कर रहा. यू नीड टू बी स्मार्ट अबाउट हाउ यू वर्क हार्ड. You also need to be very focused in your approach. And number 2, a dedicated mentor who will tell you that this is the way you need to do, this is the way you should not do. It could be your teacher at school, it could be your elder brother or sister who has passed out, say 1 or 2 years back. So they will be able to guide you. It could be anyone elder anyone who you trust, who is interested in how well you perform. Okay, so find that dedicated mentor, very important. Tata, bye bye.